Hey everyone, welcome to the YouTube video here on the channel. My name is Emily. Today I got a package, and as you guys can see, much better than I can actually in real life. It's from Bachman. So, the winter 2020, the spring 2023 announcements came out last week, and with them came some JJA wagons. So, these are incredibly expensive. These are about twice as much as I said I'd maximum want to pay for a freight wagon. But unfortunately, these go for stupid money. And therefore, Bachman has said, well, people are paying stupid money for them, so they'll pay stupid money for new ones as well. Oh well. So, let's pop this out the box. And have a little look at it. So, we do have some detailing that comes with it. Let's look at that first, then we'll pop the box over its ice pack. I'm going to actually not unpeel it, because I do lose these quite easily. But we've got some hook and chains, some air pipes, and another hook and chain for the back. That's to be honest, that's pretty acceptable. So there are two varieties, which I've got two boxes out. This is the non-generator variety. Let's pop this down on the track. We'll look at it in a bit closer depth soon. But the wagon overall, to be honest, looks pretty good. But yeah, actually, I think, to be honest, yeah, we'll feedback on it a bit more once it's set the stage, right? And then we'll pop this out. Now, this is the other wagon in the package. It is so you can see this version here is the non-generated version. So this side here is empty. It's got a little stand for workmen to ride along and push buttons to release ballast, but it's not actually a powered wagon. Whereas this wagon here actually has a little generator on the back. So what we'll do is pop this box open, slide the ice pack out, and have a little look at it. So this was £94.95. Like I say, incredibly expensive. To be honest, they are good-looking models, but if I compare and contrast them, my immediate reflex, to other comparative models, right? Your Akira scales and stuff, they're not that much better. And then you can see this is the generator version. So got the same detailing, so I'm not going to cover that. But this time got the little generator under a bigger canopy. What I'll do, I'm going to plug this in, get this set up, and we'll go from there. All right. So I'll be right back. So I decided to stick together a little bit of a demonstration freight train on my layout. I'm going to slow it down as it comes past with GBRF 66773, Pride of GB on the front, and then the JJA is on the back. So overall, I think that's the correct prototype formation for them. It's entirely possible that I'm wrong. Normally these run as a 5, and I'll probably pick one more of the little one of the little unpowered ones up, because basically 4. So 4. You've got basically it runs unpowered, unpowered, powered, unpowered, unpowered. That's my understanding of the IRL formations, but overall, it looks absolutely stunning. For the price, you wanted to, quite frankly. So, what we'll do is unpack this in a little bit of detail. So, let's take you guys off the stand, and we're going to approach this first little wagon here. So, set it back a little bit closer to us. So, overall, you can see this little cover here is more of an equipment cover. So you've got an air reservoir there, which is probably to operate the trapdoors with for the ballasting. So I wonder actually, what is the detail like on the underside? I've not looked. So let's uncouple these. Let's just do that. Can I? Yes. No, I can't. So the underside, not massively detailed, but basically you get a chute out the bottom, a chute out either side, so it ballasts evenly. Because high ballast is an issue. Literally has caused disruption on these Ghost mainline today. On Monday, sorry. Today's Tuesday, Wednesday. Overall, you've got your chutes in there for your ballast. And then, like I say, it looks great. My one criticism is the brown feels a little bit flat. What I mean by that is the brown is on all the bits that get dirty and dusty. And we've got a good attempt at weathering up there on the corner. But the rest of the wagon, like I look at this bit here, feels a little bit too immaculate. And it feels just a bit clean. And these obviously aren't. And, you know, I think it's a good attempt at weathering there, especially for the price. Bluntly, you know, I know some people don't like weathered wagons, but maybe do an unweathered version for, let's call it £80, and a factory weathered version for 95, which is obviously what I paid for these. And I think that'll work really well. And, you know, I think that would be a better way to do these, in my considered opinion. So that is the unpowered car. We'll slide that along. Also, it doesn't have a very low rolling resistance. Like, I'll compare this to my Bachman Mark IIs. The Bachman Mark II, my layout on a bit of a slope, so it slopes towards the bottom corner. Hello, Lucas, that's what I survive on. And you put a Mark II on here, noom, it's gone, you know. And yeah, so, but for me, like I say, overall, not shows, well, rolling resistance, not the end of the world, but in the slightest, you know, it's minor inconvenience at best. So let's set the train back a little further. Ow, I just pricked myself on track somehow. So looking at the generator, it feels like it's on an angle, like the way it's been fitted in, the little cube. I'm probably wrong there, though. I think I am. Aside from that, it's pretty much exactly the same wagon. So I'm really going to focus on this end, because the air reservoir is actually a bit different too, so I'll have a look at that. But overall, again, the detail here is lovely. A bit of dirt we're not going to miss on the little generator housing. I am going to keep an eye out for one of these coming past soon, because I want to get a bit of an idea of the real thing, a bit more of an idea of the real thing. I've seen them in the wild. The reason I actually use 66773 is, so I saw it at the end of November, and it was in Tunbridge Yard. And then I saw it over Christmas, and it was actually at Darlington with a works train for the York Works. That happened over Christmas 2022. But overall, like I say, looks really good. Looks the part. You look down into it, you know, it's got depth. You can definitely load these, and I think probably they look better loaded, in my opinion, than unloaded. And I always, for some reason, you know, statistically they spend half their life loaded, half their life unloaded. But I feel like I see them more loaded than unloaded. And then looking down here, yeah, again, you know, got a bit of a difference there in the mechanics to the other one. The other one's much more flush at this end. Well, actually, no, you've got the air reservoirs at this end. This doesn't look like an air reservoir. It is facing the other way, so I'm just going to really quickly uncouple. Flip it around. I may just be mashing things because of the way I've been looking at it. No, that is definitely different. That's good. Yeah, so you can look, I can't get much of a light source in there, but overall, detailing's great. You can obviously, nice and clear stenciling there. Let's focus on that. Okay, let's not, but you can see it's clearly stenciled. I mean, you're watching this on probably a laptop or a TV. I'm watching it, I'm trying to read it through a phone. But when I look at it with my real eyes, it's obviously clearly stenciled, which is great. And it absolutely looks the part. What I'll do, we'll go to an outro now. And yeah, we'll just do a drive-by shot. But overall, what are my thoughts on these wagons? Are they good? Yes. Are they worth £94.95 each? No. This to me feels like Bachman going, ooh, money, and getting a bit greedy. I'll be honest. And, you know, it's not something I wouldn't say at their face. I remember the Collectors Club, that's how I got these, because the Collectors Club exclusives. The reason I joined the Collectors Club was for the exclusives, as a hint of something coming soon TM to the layout. You know, and I love the stuff that comes with that Collectors Club, don't get me wrong. And that's, you know, I'm not counting that as an expense. But overall, these things are just, you know, I'm not saying, I would have paid £30 to be in a Collectors Club, now you're charging me top dollar for a, well, okay, you charge me stupid money for a good model, you know. It's a good model, don't get me wrong, and I can't criticise it for being bad. Like I say, the main issue I have is the brown feels a bit flat and ungrimed, you know, and it just feels, it's a weird brown. It feels like it's trying to be dirt, but it's also just not. But like I said, I'm going to definitely look at some photos of these on the main line. But apart from that, I quite enjoyed them. So like I say, let's do a quick jump cut and you'll see a little roll by.